certificate, the gas certificate of conformity. Okay. So we're not going to look at the sale agreement, they're very basic. But if we have to ask how long is a gas certificate valid and can it be used for a second transfer? Now, generally, the accepted thought is a certificate is valid for 5 years, which is very long for gas. If you have a leak and some cowboy with a lighter, but this is out of the regulation book. It says, ongoing inspection and repair. The first point there that's underlined, the system shall be inspected at regular intervals not exceeding 5 years. Okay, now 5 years is the number, right? And then another point below, it speaks about pigtail hoses, which are the hoses from the cylinder. They must have replacement done every 5 years. So everybody thinks it's 5 years. But this, like the electrical regulations that we follow, falls under the installation regulations. The gas installations fall under the pressure vessel regulations because they're pressurized. Okay? And have a look at 17.3 there. It says, an authorized person or an approved inspection authority shall issue a certificate of conformity after the completion of a gas installation. That's obvious. Modification, alteration, all obvious. But look at these two. Change of user, change of ownership. Okay? So you need a new certificate after every change of user. Tenant change, you need a new certificate. I don't recommend you start doing this, okay, because nobody's doing it. But technically, you need it. And why? Because at the bottom of the certificate, there's a section that says, I, who installed this, have advised the user how to properly use this system. We all forget that some people move into a place with gas and they've never had gas in their lives before. So it is dangerous. That's why. And we never actually get to meet the buyer. We give the certificate to the seller. That gets passed on to the buyer. We're not there to explain to them how that system works. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't stick to that with a tenant. But if you're supposed to do it for a tenant change, you definitely have to do it for an owner change. So I wouldn't ever use a certificate that is for a second transfer, even if the period in between is fairly short. Okay. And so the point there is don't use it for more than one transfer. Let's have a look at some